evening. I am Kamau Kujichagulia, and this is On the Case with Kamau Kujichagulia, where each week we try to bring you someone of interest to the Trenton area, Mercer County, or national or international audience. This week we were supposed to have our good sister, Dena Corbin, on with us. She's having an event coming up on, I think it's the 3rd and 4th of November. She's having an event, but she called and she had to beg off because she had a death in the family. So we're wishing our good sister that our heartfelt sympathies and well wishes as she makes her travels down to be with her family. So you have me. I wanted to bring her. I don't know if I can. Her event up. This isn't me. I don't know where I am. Oh, right there. Okay. Right there. Her event, Dena. Sister Dena. There it is. Okay. She's having the Whole Wellness Woman Conference. The Whole Wellness Woman Conference. On November 3rd and 4th. She's going to be in Newark, New Jersey at the Greater New Newark Conservancy. Okay? And that's going to be on November 3rd and 4th. And you can go to her website, which is www.denacorbin.com. That's DenaCorbin.com to find out more information about the Whole Wellness Woman Conference, November 3rd and 4th. Okay, again, that's going to be in Newark, New Jersey. And your invitation to an extraordinary 1.5-day wellness experience taught by the best experts in wellness, business, and transformation starts November 3rd and 4th. Okay, that's the whole Wellness Woman Conference. So that's Dena Corbin, DenaCorbin.com. So for that information, and hopefully we'll get Sister Dena on at a later time. So we have to talk about a little bit about what's going on here in Trenton, New Jersey. This week, the Justice Department has decided that they want to investigate the city of Trenton's police department for civil rights violations and other violations, such as a little bit police brutality, or unnecessary search and seizures, unnecessary stops and stuff like that. Hi, Dana, how are you? Which is, I didn't grow up in Trenton, so I really, and then by the time I got to Trenton, I was grown. So it was past my hanging days, But I've listened to stories from younger people who have told me, for years, they've told me about police just stopping them, throwing them up against the wall, searching them, doing whatever. I know, a matter of fact, we actually, if you go to YouTube, Nubian News, our YouTube station, those are already on YouTube. You can find a video there where this brother is stopped right down here at Junior 3, Holland Middle School now, for no reason. He's just sitting there minding his business, and the police roll up and they say that they're looking for whatever. But this man had nothing to do with it. And now all of a sudden there's 5 or 6 police cars surrounding this brother. And luckily I was about to take my walk, and I stopped and I just filmed it all. So you can see all of that right here on our website, on the Nubian News, you know. So, and it's just ridiculous that they just they don't have anything better to do. And the thing about that, at that incident, they said they were looking for a young lady who might have been kidnapped by somebody. So I'm saying, I was asking them, I said, well, if you're looking for a kidnapped young girl and she's not here with him, why are you messing with him? You know? So you can go to our YouTube page and you'll be able to see that video. I mean, it's dark. It's just ugly that the police would just treat somebody like that. Then they had the audacity to come up to me and ask me, well, you understand why we did that? I said, no, I do not understand why you did that. How am I supposed to understand something like that? You know, but anyway, they're going to be investigated by the Justice Department, and it's good. Not that, basically you had the Fox guarding the chicken coop when you had the Justice Department investigating a police department. I mean, the Justice Department is every bit as corrupt and as racist and as white supremacist as police departments are. And again, the police departments wouldn't be doing all this stuff for all this long time if the Justice Department wasn't co-signing on it. So, they'll get a consent decree and decree, and they'll nothing will happen, and everybody will say, oh well, that's good, everything's going to be good now, it's going to be the same as it's always been. So but at least they're putting up the show, putting up the front. But we keep falling for the hokey doke. We need to stop falling for the hokey doke, because they're not doing anything for us. Nothing, absolutely nothing. That's not going to accomplish anything for the young men and the young women in the city of Trenton. The police are still going to do what they've been doing. The prosecutors are still going to be doing what they've been doing, and it's going to go on and on and on. I want to talk about Israel and the Palestinians a little bit, because that situation has been going on since 1948 or 48. When America always has her hand in some dirty stuff, and England, which follows behind America, when they took over the Palestine and kicked the Palestinians out of their homes and into ghettos, and gave the land to the Israelis. And back and forth for the last 75 years they've been going at it. So, and it's horrible both ways. It's horrible what the Israelis have done and are doing to the Palestinians. It's horrible what the Palestinians have done and are doing to the Israelis. But and Russia, not Russia, but Brazil and Russia came up. I think it was Russia came up with a resolution in the United Nations, asking the United Nations to say, hey, look, let's call for a ceasefire. It was a very straightforward, very honest, call for a ceasefire, and the United States vetoed it. They said that it didn't have the language in it that Israel has the right to defend itself. Well, everybody has the right to defend themselves. That just makes common sense. They always fall back on that. Well, Israel has the right to defend itself. Everybody, as the Palestinians, have as much right to defend themselves as the Israelis have to defend themselves. That's to me, it doesn't make any sense. If there's a call for a ceasefire, if the countries of the world want to ask for a ceasefire, it seems to me that the United States should say, okay, that makes good sense, because I mean, we're talking about thousands of people are being killed right now in Gaza. I mean, just it doesn't make any sense. I mean, when you have bombs going off, guided missiles hitting hospitals. I mean, it begs that there is a ceasefire, just like it begs that there be a ceasefire in Ukraine, just like it begs that there be a ceasefire in the Sudan, and so wherever there is conflict going on, it begs that at least that the entity, the Security Council of the United Nations, at least calls for a ceasefire. Says, "Oh, whoa, let's slow down. Let's talk about it." But I don't understand. It's embarrassing to me that my country would be the one to say, no, we don't want a ceasefire. Okay, that's to me is shameful. So and you can't, they a lot of people won't allow you to talk anything evil, or not evil, but negative about Israel. Well, shit, if you're doing, if you're pooping on somebody, you're pooping on somebody. Stop it. So that's the main thing there. We want to stop the violence. We want to stop the killing of kids. We want to stop the killing of women. We want to stop the killing of old men. We want to stop the killing of young men. So, and I'm just so ashamed and embarrassed that the country that I call home is just won't do that. Just wants this to go on and on and on. And towards what end, I don't know. It seems to me that eventually, I mean, this has been going on for 35 years. Sooner or later, the Palestinians are going to win, because they're going to draw most of the rest of the world is backing the Palestinians. Most of the rest of the world, the former colonial countries, the white supremacist countries, the Western countries, however you want to call them, they're the ones backing Israel. But the rest of the world is backing the Palestinians and standing tall with the Palestinians and saying, hey, look, take your foot off these people's necks. And I think the reason why that is because the rest of the world, the non-white world, has experienced what the Palestinians are experiencing. The Africans, experienced the boot, the heel of the system of white supremacy. The Indians in India, they experienced it. All of Southeast Asia, they experienced, whether we go to Indonesia or Malaysia or Vietnam, they all experience. Then you go up to China, you go up to Japan, Korea, then you go down into South America. I mean, every non-white country in the world basically has experienced the hell of the system of white supremacy. So we can empathize with what the Palestinians are going through, and it's the colonial, it's the white supremacists, it's the West that doesn't seem to be able to empathize or sympathize or understand that being oppressed is not okay, and it's not okay. Leave the people alone. Let them be. Let them find their own destiny. That's what white world wants for themselves. That's what everybody wants for themselves. They want to be able to find their own destiny for themselves. They're going to make mistakes. It's okay. At least it's the mistakes that they make, and mostly they don't hurt anybody but themselves when they make those mistakes. But you learn from their mistakes. It just seems like the West doesn't learn from its mistakes. They don't learn that making people, oppressing people is not a good thing. They seem to think, I don't know what they think, but they seem to think that as long as they're oppressing somebody, that they're doing a great thing. You're not. You're not at all. So I hope that Israel, I hope that the United States, I hope that the European Union, Australia, and now they've tacked on Japan and South Korea. I hope that they figure out that, the Palestinians have as much right to their destiny as they do, and they allow it to go on. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about that. I want to talk about what's going on in D.C. We have a government. We have the Congress that can't seem to select a Speaker of the House, and I'm confused. It confuses me. I wish somebody could explain that to me. What is going on down there, especially from the Democrats? I don't understand what the Democrats are doing here. They're allowing the Republicans, and from what I'm understanding, maybe about 10 Republicans, to dictate what's going to go on in the House of Representatives. And I don't understand that. Like they keep bringing up people to be the speaker, and they're losing by 20 votes. When the Democrat could just very easily vote for them and put them in office. They would be putting somebody in office that they know that the Republicans don't want in office. So it seems to me that strategically, why not? I say, all right, you don't want them in office? We'll put them in office. Okay? But why should they allow 10 Republicans to dictate who goes into office? Eventually they're going to find somebody that all the Republicans can agree on. Why should the Democrats allow them to have somebody in there that they agree on? It doesn't seem to make sense to me from a strategic standpoint. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. But again, if that's the way they want to do it, then that's the way they want to do it. I don't know. I was looking at Calwater Park, the sidewalk in front of Calwater Park, which we've been talking about for a few months, which has been going on for a few years. And they're putting up a wall. They've taken down this stone wall, and now they're putting this stone wall back up. It seems to me like they're just stretching the job out. Like they just, they want to keep getting paid, because it doesn't seem like it takes a month, 2 months to put up a wall. It's not a very big wall. Let me see if I can find that, where that is. Here. See that wall right there? They took all that wall down, and now they're putting it up. And they've been putting it up for, I don't know how long, a month. I don't know. Seems to me be a pretty straightforward job, but they haven't done it. But my son says they're working on it. They're doing something for the good. So I um I guess that's okay, right? I don't know. There's so many things I just don't understand. I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it. Let me see what else we have here. I want to go back to Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, um, the French. The French, when Niger said they wanted their ambassador out of the country, the French said no. And now, the French have relented. They've pulled their ambassador out of the country. Now they are pulling out their military, which is a good thing. And just see these colonial countries. They just want to hold on to us, like they're supposed to. Like you know, we don't want. We are not letting you go. Who are you to be free? Who are you to determine your own destiny? Well, these young people are checking it out. And all over, not just Africa, but shit, when you get down to South America, we have new leadership in Nicaragua now, and in Ecuador, and in Brazil, that these people don't want to be under the yoke of the colonial masters anymore. They want to be free. They want to be able to do what's good for what's in their own best interest. Now that's the problem I have with white supremacy, the system of white supremacy, is that they don't have my best interest at heart. Okay, I've looked at a 400-year history of their not having my best interest at heart. People sometimes like to tell me that I'm being racist. I said, no. I have looked at the past. I have studied their actions. I have given them benefits of the doubt, and it still comes back to they don't have my best interest at heart. So, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Say, oh, please? No, that's not where I come from. You don't want my best. You don't have my best interest at heart. That's fine with me, but later for you, that's how I look at it. And it goes with Haiti. Oh, we see now the United States sponsored a resolution in the Security Council to have foreign troops go to Haiti. Now, that was fine for the United States because they know history tells us so, that sending in troops does not fix the problem. Wherever you have had troops go in, the problem has never been fixed because of the troops. The troops make things worse. I mean, soldiers are trained to kill. That's what they're trained to do. Yeah, they're trained to shoot guns and mortars and fly planes and stuff like that. Their training is to make mayhem. Their training is not to bring peace. That's not what they do. They bring mayhem. And so when you say that we're going to send peacekeepers, that's a lie. I was going to say it was a misnomer, but it's not a misnomer. It's a damn lie. It's not peaceful. It's warrior. It's warlike. So and the United States is all for sending troops into Haiti. And unfortunately, the resolution was passed because neither the Russians or the Chinese would vote against it. They abstained in that vote. But Haiti has had peacekeepers there before, and these peacekeepers did some horrible things to Haiti. I mean, they messed raped young ladies. They introduced cholera, which killed 10, 15,000 Haitians, and right till today is still killing Haitians. When Haiti never in its 2-year history had ever had a cholera problem, but the peacekeepers introduced that. So, even though they're sending in peacekeepers from Kenya and other black nations. I don't know about others. I don't know. I know they're sending in Kenyans. Um, soldiers are soldiers. That's what they are. They're soldiers. And they're destructive. That's what they do. Shit. First thing they taught me when I got in the army was how to shoot a gun. Hello? You never taught me to they never gave me any negotiation skills. So I'm a bit upset that they're sending in these troops to mess with Haiti. I am going to be going to Ecuador in a couple weeks. I've never been to Ecuador. Now, years ago, when I was actually in the army, I was stationed in Panama, and I used to go to many. As a matter of fact, I went to all the Central American countries, and I went to Colombia and Venezuela because they're right there next to Panama. But I never got down to Ecuador, so it'll be a good experience for me to go down there. In Ecuador, they just had a presidential election. I don't know. Ecuador, they had a pretty liberal president a few years ago, but I think they went from the left more to the right now. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's a bit chaotic down there right now, also. But I'm going to go down there and I'm going to check it out. Only for a couple of days, not long. I was invited. Now our new publisher of the Nubian News, Carlos Avila, he's from Ecuador. He invited me down to his home. So I'm finally, after all these years, getting ready to go to Ecuador to visit and to find out more about this fine country. So I won't be here, not next week, but the week after that. So I don't know if son Michael will carry on or not. If not, we won't have a show that week because I will be in the air on that Thursday. What else do I have? I was reading that there is a barbecue coming up. Let me see. Lady is having a barbecue on, I think it's the 28th. Nope, that's Kevin's. No, I don't know where it is. I don't know what it is. But anyway, there's another new restaurant in town. Another new Kevin's Kitchen. Kevin's Kitchen over on East State Street. Oh, you know where it is? It's down all the way down East State Street, down by Johnston Avenue. Okay? In between, well, really, it's all the way down by, what was that, Nottingham Way. Okay? There's a laundromat, and there's a store with a laundromat and another store. They're in the store that's attached to the laundromat. Kevin's Kitchen. And they do breakfast and I think lunch. So you need to check that out. They're open from 6 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. at night. So you wanna get down there for that. I see Brother George Johnson is in Ghana right now. So That's a good thing. But anyway, we have, like I said, we're getting a lot of new restaurants opening up in our area, and you know you need to support them. You need to support them. I just had tonight. I had from Royal Cakes and whatever it is. I don't know. Loba down there on East State Street in downtown Trenton. Man, he had a sandwich tonight. So, and every time I go there, he has these specials. I like his specials because he just does a job. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Vereen in Eggers Crossing. He had his 90th birthday party, and we were there. So, oh, I know what? They're honoring moi on the 11th of November at the Trenton Country Club. Um, if you go to Facebook, there was a post about that, you know. Um, and it's not just me that they're honoring the work that I've done and that we've done for 34 years with the Nubian News. It's very it's hopefully we'll get a lot of old Nubian newsers there so that we can touch each other one more time, you know, because time is moving on, you know, and that'll be a fun night. That'll be November 11th. If you want tickets, like I said, you can go to the Nubian News Facebook page, and you can see it, or you can go to Nubian News website and see it. Okay. I'm going to get out of here. I don't know who we have next week, but hopefully we have someone. Let me see. I don't see anybody. Let me see. Okay, so I thank you for being with me this evening. Again, we want to give our deepest sympathies to Sister Dena Corbin. And there's my Dana. She's saying, congratulations, Uncle. Deepest sympathies to Sister Dena. I want to thank you all. Thank you, Dana, for being here. Thank you all for being here. And thank you, Sean and Al and Michael, for backing me up. I appreciate it very, very much. And I will see you again next week. Good night, and I love you. Good night.